Hi everyone, Joe Redman here from Turfcast Podcast, Burnley Podcast and YouTube channel, just giving my thoughts ahead of this week's clash at Turf Moor between Burnley and Millwall. I've had some questions sent to me by Mickey, so I'll get them answered now. Do you have the right manager? Yes, I think so. It's early on in Vincent Kompany's reign as Burnley manager, but the signs are good so far. He's completely changed everything about the club. Not just him, like the chairman as well. Like since we've gone down, that we've completely kind of like reset the club. We've had, I think, about 10, 11 players leaving, about 13 come in. So it was a perfect time to do a big reset. So we've kind of done that. We've completely changed the style of play. We've completely changed the recruitment system. We've completely changed everything, really. The entire playing squad, pretty much. There's only a few players left from last season. Because obviously Tarky left, Ben Mee left, Nick Pope left, Weghorst left, Chris Wood left. You know, they all just left. So we had to bring players in. And Vincent Kompany's got a certain style and what he wants to do, and he's brought players in that are going to match that. And there's been a few teething problems. We're 6 games in, so I don't want to be too critical, but there has been a few teething problems. But it seemed to click against Wigan, and it looked like it was going to click against Blackpool. Going forward, it looked really good. It's just that we're not as solid defensively anymore as what we used to. But when you've lost players like Nick Pope, Ben Mee and Tarky, then you're going to lose a bit of defensive solidity, aren't you? So yeah, I think we have the right manager, but it's still early doors. But I've been impressed with Vincent Kompany so far. How's your transfer business? I've kind of just touched on that, and I didn't realise. Yeah, so we've had to bring a lot of players in because we've had to, because a lot of players have left. Like I said, I've just gone through some of the players that have left, so I won't go through them again. But we brought in, quite a lot of players. We've just signed our 13th player. It's looking like it's going to be 14th and 15th before the end of the window that come in, which doesn't always work, but we kind of had to do it. We've had no choice. We brought in a new goalkeeper, new central defenders, only one of which plays currently. New fullbacks. And it's weird as well because we're signing like Brazilians and stuff. It's just balmy for Burnley. Like we used to just sign, your typical Brexit footballers, and now we're signing Brazilians, players from the Belgian league, and they've all come in and done really well. There's obviously been a few players that we haven't seen that much because they're a bit too young or for the future or whatever. We've used the loan market as well quite well, which is not something we've done for a very long time. We've brought in the likes of Taylor Harewood-Bellis, who is an absolutely brilliant defender. He's the England under-21 captain, and you can see why. We brought in Ian Martson, who was class until the Blackpool game when he lost his head and got sent off. There's been a few others as well, but I've been pretty impressed with the players that we brought in. Like I said, we've completely changed even the recruitment side of things. So I was a little bit worried that we're maybe bringing in a few players that wouldn't suit the English game, but we brought in, like I said, a Brazilian like Vitinho. It only cost $1 million. It's a song, you'll hear it tomorrow, or today, whenever you're listening to this, on Tuesday at the game if you go in. And he was brilliant. He got an assist at the weekend. Should have really been 2 assists. One were a bit of reflection, so it don't really count as assists, but he was class. Nathan Teller's another lad who we brought in on loan from Southampton. Absolutely brilliant. The Southampton fans told us he's good, but he don't have any end product. Scored 3 goals. He's got end product in the Championship, trust me. So yeah, transfer business. I've been pretty impressed with it, if I'm going to be honest. Key player. Who do we need to watch out for and why? Josh Brownhill. He's been absolutely sensational. I do kind of believe, not that he's found his level, but he's a lot more comfortable in the Championship. And it's not just that as well, the system's changed, and I think the system suits him pretty well, because he used to play in the middle of a 2, in the central midfield, in the middle of a 2, whereas now he plays further forward because Vincent Kompany will play it's kind of like a fluid formation. It's kind of like a 4-2-3-1 sort of thing, or a 4-2-2-2. When we have the ball and when we don't have the ball, it changes, and people slot into certain positions. But Joshy Brownhill's really thriving in that position as well. And we've got Jack Cork and Josh Cullen as well, who do the defensive duties for him. So they will sit back and they just basically do the legwork, the stuff that people don't recognise. So then Josh can arrive late in the penalty box and slot them in the bottom corner. He scored 4 goals so far this season. He got 2 against Wigan, 1 against Blackpool and 1 against Luton. So yeah, he's been fantastic. But there's some rumours that maybe West Ham, apologies for swearing, are looking at him. But I'm not sure he'll go at this stage of the transfer window now. It would be stupid to let him go at this stage. What formation and style of play do you play? Kind of just touched on it again. It's kind of like a 4-2-3-1, a 4-2-2-2, a 4-5-1. It's quite a fluid formation. You'll have players slotting in from wing back into centre back and things like that when we don't have the ball, or when the position's changing on the other side of the pitch. It's quite difficult to explain. I'm still quite new to it as well, but it's mainly possession-based football. We will probably have the Lions share possession in the majority of games we play this season, and I'm sure we will against you boys on Tuesday as well. But it was weird because on Saturday, when we absolutely, battered Wigan, that was the least possession that we had. So maybe we're not as focused as much on possession these days. But I think at home against you, I don't mean that in any disrespect. I just know that you'll let us have the ball because you'll probably try and sit in. So we'll probably have around 60-70% possession again. It's just hopefully we can do something with it. What are your fans like and what do they expect of the players? At the minute, they're a little bit impatient, if I'm being honest with you. We've entirely changed our style of play, as I've mentioned, and a few of the fans not necessarily don't like it, but we've gone from getting the ball at centre-backs and booting it up to Chris Wood or booting it up to Wout Weghorst to playing out from the back and trying to invert pressure and then trying to play in between the lines. And some fans are getting a bit worried when, we're inviting the pressure and playing